Hi guys, it's time for another update. It's been a while since I posted anything. In today's video we're going to talk about three things. One is my undergrad physics degree. I'm about to finish it. Then I'm going to talk about what's next, my plans for the foreseeable future, and at last we're going to talk about my involvement in Julia language community. Recently I've gained quite a few subscribers, and so I really would like to give a brief overview of who I am. So basically I am a mature physics student. I started my physics degree at the age of 33, so 5 years ago, and at this point I have almost done all coursework needed to graduate. That means I'm graduating in May, and that concludes my undergraduate physics degree. I can't believe it's been 5 years. The time went by so quickly, and there's been ups and downs, and I've learned a lot. I grew a lot as a person, as somebody involved in science. I'm just starting to grasp the idea of what the research is about. This semester is the last one, and I have only 2 classes. One is my thesis work. It's considered as a separate class, and another one is Introduction to Solid State Physics. So there are only 2 classes, and I had the third one, which was Machine Learning and Data Science for Physicists, but I dropped that course because it wasn't needed for me to graduate. I just wanted to have it for enrichment because I find that really interesting. But then the coursework, the thesis writing process, and the data collection for my project got quite intense, and I figured it probably would be wise to concentrate on that, and as well on the solid state physics, because it directly ties into my research. And therefore I dropped the course. So my current research area is basically a computational physics project in the area of the condensed matter. In particular, working with the system of tiny nanomagnets connected together via different kinds of interactions arranged on a certain geometry lattice. And I'm doing Monte Carlo simulations, particularly Metropolis algorithm, to extract any data that I need for the project. And I'm trying to get different parameters like heat capacity and magnetization, magnetic susceptibility, all kinds of stuff that you can get, that you usually see in the simple Ising model simulations, but it's a bit different, and quite a bit different, I would say. The main difference is that Ising model is, well, it's just an array of magnets all pointing the same way, or like either parallel or anti-parallel, and the difference in my situation is in the geometry and how those magnets are arranged, how the spins are arranged relative to each other and in space. So it's a very interesting project to work on. I really enjoy that. I use Julia language to do all my code, to write all my code, to collect data. And I'm also using a cluster at our university to run that code, because it's really time-consuming to get those simulations data. Like sometimes it takes a week or 2 to get one set of data. That long it takes to process everything, and some data parameters are really acquired really quickly. So anyway, I'm at the stage where I'm gathering the final data sets and writing my thesis. So I hope to be done within the next 2 weeks with it. In fact, next week I have a practice presentation for the thesis. So I have to prepare slides, prepare a talk for about 12 minutes, and then I need to move on to create the final version of those slides, write the thesis, and that will be it for the project. So I think I'm well set to finish it well on time. And another class is also going good, so it will conclude with the 2-hour exam. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about this semester. I'm glad that it's soon over, and the next question becomes, what do I do next? What are my plans for the future? What I'm going to do after I graduate? And I'm glad to say that I was accepted to a physics master program in my physics department, and the same lab that I'm working in right now was the same research advisor. And it has worked out perfectly because I'm staying here local. I'm not moving anywhere. Well, I can't move anywhere because I have a family. We are pretty much settled in here, and so moving is not an option. And I don't know, it just feels a little unreal, to be honest, because when I think back 5 years, I didn't think I would start, I would go to grad school after graduating. To be honest, I didn't even know what grad school is, or very, very vaguely I had an idea what it is. I didn't know what it means to be a graduate student. I didn't know what they do. And over time, I slowly found my way through different areas of physics. I figured out what I like. And the last summer's research that I did definitely helped. It was the deciding moment, I think, for me, where suddenly found the direction that I want to go into. So I became interested in material science. So once I graduate in May, I'm pretty much start my graduate program right away in May. And over the course of the summer, I will be working on trying to decide what my research project will be. So that means reading a lot of literature. But one thing I can tell is that it's going to involve artificial spinase systems, but from different perspective that it's been studied before, or like it's been studied a little bit already. Folks begin to realize that the potential lies in the recent developments and the machine learning and data science and all that stuff related to the physical systems is going to be a big part of the project for sure. And in particular, we would like to look into the area of neuromorphic computing. So that is just a general idea of what my master's program is going to be about. I am happy to be able to film that video, to say that I'm going on with the studies and enter graduate school. So if you are interested in this kind of thing and how that's going to develop, then please follow me along. Subscribe if you haven't done so. I guess that's what I'm supposed to say sometimes, even though I don't really like saying that. Anyway, and the last thing I wanted to touch on is my involvement in the Julia language community, because ever since I started learning Julia language, which was last summer during the summer research I was doing, I got really interested in the language, and in fact I like it so much that I decided to start my own blog on that topic. Started writing about Julia, about my experience with it and how I got started. And then kind of stopped writing because of the complete overload with the work I needed to do for my classes. But surprisingly, people still read it. People actually visit my blog, and the traffic, I feel like it has reached some sort of plateau where in order to go past that plateau, I need to start writing again. And I hope, really, really hope that I will have enough time to work on that coming this May and from that point on, because I have something useful to say. I could write about my research, especially that it will be related so much to the newest developments in machine learning and things like that, and data science and that connection with physics. And I will be doing all of that in Julia. And remember that class that I mentioned they had to drop this semester? This class will be part of my graduate program, so I will take it for credit. And I, in fact, contacted the authors of the textbook that we're going to use, which is called Learning from Data. And surprisingly, the authors replied, And my question was, if I can use that content from the book or the examples, translate it to Julia language and post it on YouTube, on my blog, and talk about it. And in fact, I got an approval, so I can do that. I can use it as my guiding resource, but as long as I credit it, of course, appropriately, and I cannot post any solutions to the exercise problems in that book, which is understandable. But other than that, I can still work with that as the basis for my future blog posts, YouTube videos, and whatnot. And that was exciting. And so I really hope to work a lot more seriously on the blog in the near future. And another thing that unexpectedly I got an invitation to talk on the upcoming Julia conference in July this year. And I was offered to give a brief 3-minute talk about my experience with Julia and what I'm using it for. And at first I thought, okay, that doesn't sound like I have anything useful to say, because I'm just, not that I'm just starting out. I feel quite confident in Julia, but I don't know, I've never done anything like that. But I thought about it, and actually I think I am going to take the offer. The registration deadline is April 11th, I believe. So I'll file my registration, and I have to come up with something to talk about for 3 minutes. Yeah, but that will be an exciting opportunity to get involved into the community more and have an exposure to more people and talk to more people. That's going to be exciting because Julia conference is really, people take part in it from all over the world, including the Julia language creators themselves. Of course, they present much more advanced topics in their talks, and they're not 3-minute longs, but 30 minutes long, and some more. But for me, I guess that will be a good start, and I'm looking forward to it, even though I'm still anxious. And so here we go. I am about to graduate. I am starting my master's program in May, so pretty much the same month I'm graduating. And then I am hoping to work more on my blog and provide some useful content. I hope people will find it useful, and you know, we try and create a community here, community of people who are interested in science, physics, computer science. And so I would like to hear your input. If you have anything to say, if you have any suggestions, ideas, questions. So all I just wanted to say, thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing, for following me. By the way, you can also follow me on Instagram. I post some more stuff there. Yeah, so I just want to say that your input matters to me, and once again, thank you. And I think I'll see you next time. Bye.